Tivoli Gardens is a world famous theme park located in the heart of Copenhagen, and with it being home to many stunning gardens and of course rides, there is no wonder it is so popular. However, today we're going to count down the top 10 rides at Tivoli Gardens. Starting off at number 10, we have the Ferris Wheel. And no matter whether you want to step back in time or just head on another fun family attraction, then this, believe it or not, Ferris Wheel is just for you. Themed towards a hot air balloon adventure though, as soon as you and the rest of your group have boarded one of the many creatively designed gondolas, like on your classic Ferris Wheel, you will head around in circles to a height of 61 feet, providing both a stunning view across the park, but also an experience that will never ever be forgotten. It is time for our first roller coaster on the list, as taking our number 9 spot we have the Milky Way Express, where if you think you have what it takes to become an astronaut, you'll be able to climb aboard a really awesome looking rocket ship for a one-of-a-kind trip. Nevertheless, what I particularly love about this ride is the night ride, as when it becomes dark and the lights are then turned on, not only has the station got one of the coolest displays that I think I have ever seen, but the entire car and track is lit up, bringing this ride quite literally to the next level, and so I would feel wrong not to put it at the number 9 position. For our number 8 spot on our top 10 list, things are starting to become a lot more intense, as we have Aquila, the park's air race style ride. And therefore, before we do begin to talk about the ride experience itself, due to it being a very common type of attraction, if you are heading to the park on a busy day, then we would suggest riding the more unique attractions first. Yet if you do get a chance to ride, you will definitely not be disappointed, with during the 2 minutes duration of the attraction, your airplane spinning around in circles and also consistently flipping upside down, causing some, let's just say, pretty crazy hang time. Who here knows those good old flying carpet rides? Well, of course you do, but do you know that our number 7 position, the Monsoon, is a flying carpet ride with a twist? And that is, instead of sitting on the carpet, you dangle underneath it. Yes, you heard me right, you dangle underneath it, meaning that whilst you rotate up and down, forwards and backwards, your legs will be dangling. How cool is that? And therefore, when also taking into account all of the water effects and the fact that you can face each other on the ride, it is definitely a must do on your next visit to Tivoli Gardens. You can't have a theme park without a swing ride, and Tivoli Gardens is no exception, as taking our number 6 spot we have Star Flyer. And wow, is this ride scary or what? Now for starters, with it standing at a height of a whopping 262 feet in the air, already I know some of you are like, no way Jose. However, it only gets better, because not only do you rise to this height, but you also spin around for the entirety of the attraction. So yeah, this is 100% not for the faint of heart. However, if you can build up the courage to ride, trust me when I say you will not regret it. Top 5, and coming in for this position, we have, and I apologise for my pronunciation, Fatamorgana wild ride, and ever since its debut all the way back in 2016, this has always been a fan favourite for all kids, adults and hardcore thrill seekers of course alike, for one reason in particular: you can choose where you sit, all depending on your thrill level. Therefore, if you're not feeling that brave, you can complete the rising and spinning inside of an animal theme pod, whereas if you want to push yourselves to the limit, you can dangle off the edge of a disc. The question is though, what would you choose? Get your sick bags ready, as for our number 4 spot, we have Tik Tak, and with it being rated one of the most, if not the most intense ride on the planet, I think it is very easy to see why the majority of people would rather watch than ride. Nevertheless, if you are brave enough to take on this challenge, then you must give it a go, as once you have boarded this one-of-a-kind ride, not only will your car be flipping upside down while spinning around, but also rotating on 2 other platforms, creating an experience, especially at night, that you nor your stomach will ever forget. If you are scared of heights, then skip to number 2. As for our number 3 spot, we have the Golden Tower, and with it standing at a whopping height of 206 feet in the air, this is definitely not for the faint of heart. However, nor is it your normal drop tower, as instead of rising to the top, getting a great view across the park and surrounding area, all before dropping back down. On Golden Tower, not only do you do all of this, but once you have made it back down to the bottom, you will bounce up as well as down again, and you do not need to be a rocket scientist to know that is both totally insane, but at the same time pretty fun. Here we are at the top 2 rides at the park, and for this position we are going to take a ride on the roller coaster. And even though it is the oldest ride in the park, and in fact the 3rd oldest roller coaster on the planet, with its opening back in 1902, from the moment you see this attraction's wooden structure as well as the mountains surrounding it, you will instantly want to take a ride, and you should definitely do just that, as on ride it only gets 10 times better, with you racing around the mountains, completing big drops, sharp turns and more airtime hills than I can count. And so, with the authenticity of the brake person too, in my eyes a trip to the park is nowhere near complete without a ride. We have made it to the number 1 spot, and in our opinion for the best ride at the park, we have the Demon. And where do I begin when talking about this attraction? As if I was going to talk about every great part, we would literally be here all day. But to start from the beginning, as soon as you have made it through the highly themed Chinese inspired land, queued up and then boarded the car itself, you will climb a 92-foot lift hill, followed by a short but sure sweet layout consisting of many twists, turns, helixes, loops, inversions, and the list only goes on, all at the same time that your legs will be dangling. Therefore, there is no doubt in my mind that this is the best ride at the park. Thank you all for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.